What's good, guys? It's your boy Bacon Profits with Everything Profit Trade House. Hey, man, I just recorded a whole 30-minute long video breaking this stuff down for you guys, showing you some moves, with some moves for the week with deep explanation, only to find out that my mic wasn't on. I know it sucks, right? It sucks, right? But, I was gonna call it a night, but then I was like, nah, you guys deserve some of this sauce. You guys deserve to run it up this week. So here we are. Let's keep it moving, shall we? So I'm gonna attempt to go back through this, let you guys know what's up. So on and so far. Like, share, subscribe, man. That's the stuff that keep me going, putting out this free content. You feel me? Alright, with that being said, pay attention. Important week. I'm gonna try to keep it brief because, like I said, I just made a whole video. Long story short, a lot of stuff is going on in China. Look at what they're going through with some of their top companies within their market, facing, defaulting on their loans, yada yada yada. Central financial systems may not bail them out, which would cause their markets to, crash. With that being said, everything is tied together. It's all connected. So if their economy suffers, at some point our economy is going to feel the ripple effects of that, i.e. our markets. So I'm on the SP 500 because, like I said, this is a clear indication in regards to all things stocks, indices, or whatever tends to follow this pattern in regards to Forex. So your US30, your NAS 100, all of that stuff follows the same pattern as SP 500, plus or minus the volatility. Okay, with that being said, looking at the daily, he had some nice gains last week from that point, from that support. But just looking at this on the fundamental side, I can tell you it's gonna be a mixed week, big week for news. All right, so going into it, like I was saying last week, guys, last video, this 4 hour, man, this 4 hour strong point. It's a strong point. It is a strong point. Look at what we had here. Look at what we had over here. That's the same thing I'm expecting right here, plus or minus. So you got to play it with caution. Let's go to the 1 hour. Like I said, I'm gonna keep this brief. And I already see resistance. You might not think that's resistance, but if I draw this all the way out, which I will for demonstrative purposes, you see how price touched this zone so many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the point, and now it's there again. And then on the 4 hour, that's why it is such a strong point. And I could have drawn this all the way out, and you would see how many times price returned to this point. So with that being said, we gotta, stay on your P's and Q's with this. Stay on your P's and Q's. Watch it. So yeah. And that's the 1 hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into NASDAQ and US30. And you can see it kind of same thing. 4 hour. This is US30. US30 looks like it's going to go retest this. Like, actually, it wants to actually touch this 200 MA. So it looks like it's on the up and ups for that. It's breaking out of that zone and it's headed for that. So, just got to play it by the minute. But the true test will be once it reach that 200 MA. And like I said, there's a lot of news out this week. A lot of news out. And this could have, well, it kind of broke that. It's still, I mean, the structure's still valid for the most part. The structure's still valid. I got a couple of trades open. I think at 9:30 at the start of the market, I think it'll be bullish starting out, but I think it'll be bearish as well. Come around the 10 o'clock hour or whatever. But tomorrow's gonna be the day that kind of, you know, sets the tone for a lot of things. It's gonna be the day where I told you, like, this is an important week. I think, yeah, it's the last week of the month, so you all know how things do on the first week of the month and the last week of the month. If you don't, you about to find out. Good opportunity to make some money, so just, you know, have good risk management. It's looking bullish right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's looking bullish on this 1 hour, and I told you that's only because I think it's gonna come right here. When it gets here, we might be singing a different story. And looking at the daily, guys, just to like, so I could drive home the point of why I'm so worried about that 200 MA. My bad. Look at this. Look how many times price touched that point. That is a key level. Key level. So in order for me to feel comfortable, I would need it to, like, you know, break this resistance, and like at least you know, prior resistance becomes new support. So I needed to make this resistance its support. So that's what I'm looking for. And the same thing pretty much applies for NASDAQ. As you can see, it was already marked up because, like I said, I just did a video, but my mic wasn't on. Yeah, so it's trying to break that. It's trying to break that. So we shall see, man. It's gonna be a crazy day tomorrow, I think. Did this whole thing on DXY, the dollar. It's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of news this week. I think the dollars, there's a possible head and shoulders forming on the dollar. I talked about this in some of my last videos. But if it breaks this structure, then, you know, there's gonna be some money to be made. Either way. I trade gold a lot, so that's why I always pay attention to what the dollar is doing. Gold sold off over the past 2 weeks, so I think it's a great time to look for long positions regarding gold, and I think gold will be one of the last standing mediums of currency whenever this, you know, financial system collapse or, you know, reform or whatever it's gonna do. So good news on that side of the house. So with that being said, let's check out the gold. And when I was doing that little recording, I kind of, you know, I was explaining like my risk management methods and all of that stuff, and giving an example of like how I would place a trade at the current, you know, at the current hash price. That's pretty much what it looked like. You know, micro lot that thing up. If it proceeds to go downward, you know, oh well, let it stop you out, and then, you know, walk away, come back the next day, look for a new position. You know, the market's not going anywhere, so the goal is to survive. Risk management is king. Risk management is king. Never forget it. So, with that being said, like I said, I'm not gonna drag this video out. I just spent 30 minutes making a video on the FOREX to goddamn find out the mic wasn't even recording. So that's where I'm starting off the week at. I'll be back tomorrow following the market closure, and I'll give you guys a better snapshot of what's to come. All right, sound like a deal? Good. All right, like, share, subscribe. It's your boy Bacon Profits. I'm out.